What's going on, SLS and POG fam? I'm over here with my homie Paul, aka The Animal, aka Unorthodox Fitness on
What
Instagram.
Up? What's up?
Earlier today I posted a Q&A. I posted it on my Facebook, Instagram, my fan page and stuff. So I'm going to be reading the Facebook comments from my page, and Paul's going to handle the Instagram part. So you know what, Paul? Go ahead and start it first.
Alright, I think the first one is, how did we meet?
How did we meet? Well, how did we meet?
It was at Metroflex, right?
Yeah, it was at Metroflex. It's been, what, 4 years?
4 years.
Yeah, about 4 years now. We,
I think you and Chris were working out upstairs recording a video?
Yeah, we were recording a video. I think it was a chess video or something, and you happened to come up to us. I remember you saying something, your brother, right?
Yep.
Your brother watches the channel, and something about getting a picture for him, or something.
Yep.
I can't remember exactly.
Yep. It was a picture for my brother for me to send to my brother. Then we exchanged numbers. Then we pretty much took off from there.
Yeah? It was 4 years ago. Man. Can't believe it's been that long already.
And what a crazy night. Crazy nights.
Yeah. Alright. Let me read a question off of the Facebook page. Alright, so the next question is from a good friend and a client of mine. Jasu Ram. I know you both are bulking, but just had one question. Can a person not cut at all and just work out hard and stick to his macros and still get a great outcome once their body fat is lowered enough, or no? I've been very curious about this. One little correction. I'm actually cutting right now. Paul, what are you doing?
Right now my body fat is a little bit higher than I would like for it to be. I'm a little bit over 15% body fat, so
okay.
I'd like to cut down to control my body fat. That way when I start getting ready for a show, it's a little bit easier and easier to maintain. I won't have to put in so much work.
Okay. So what do you think on this? Can a person not cut at all and just work out hard and stick to his macros and still get a great outcome once their body fat is lowered enough, or no?
Yes.
Yeah, basically.
I think it's achievable. Yeah.
I actually knew someone personally that did this. He was 170 pounds when I first met him. He had a little stomach on him, real flabby and stuff. He's been working out for, I think at the time it was a year or two. He stayed 170 the entire way, and his abs started poking out, his veins started coming up. You know, it just took a long time. And it's because he built up the muscle underneath it, which basically lowers your body fat for you.
Here's a little funny one. Power Fiend. Man, you asked me, or Vince, what's better? I guess Captain Crunch, berries, or Fruity Pebbles?
Fruity Pebbles, all the way.
Oh man, I
Fruity
guess y'all
Pebbles.
see. That's what happens when you get that baller life. I'm over here fucking with King Vitamins.
But what is that?
King Vitamins. That's like the low budget food, man. Y'all probably don't know nothing about that.
No,
young cats,
I know all about that low budget stuff, but I've never heard of.
You stepped your game up and forgot about King Vitamin, huh?
King Vitamin. I've never heard of that.
Oh,
ever.
Oh, yeah.
I know the Fruity Pebble was rock something. Rock Pebbles, I think.
I don't know, man.
I've never liked Captain Crunch.
I'm over here swiping the paper, you know what I'm saying? The food stamps.
Man.
No, but let's go to, after that one, Patrick Dalton. This was a serious question. He wanted to know, do you track macros? How long I've been training? Am I married? And was Chris ever my motivation or our motivation? Okay,
start with the first question again.
The first one he asked is, do you track your macros?
Yes, I do. Do you?
No, I don't. The reason I don't track my macros is because I'm a crew chief. So it's a little bit harder for me to track my macros, including trying to keep up with what the dining facility is going to have prepared for us and what they're going to put inside the foods that will be available for us to eat over in Korea. So it's a little bit harder for me to track macros. So I just enjoy it and later decide to put in as much work as I need off of going what I eat through the day.
Okay, but also let them know you're not stupid with it though.
No, I'm honestly not stupid. I have a friend that does work at the dining facility, and she pretty much gives me a head up on what's on the menu, and then if it's something that is probably a little bit too unhealthy for me, or I know that my body will react to in a non-positive way, I'll ask her to fix me something else to help me out.
Okay. Somebody got a nice setup up there.
I got a little hookup.
Man. What's his next question?
How long have you been training?
I've been training a little over 4 years. Well, okay, this kind of gets a little confusing on this part. I've always worked out during high school and stuff, but it was just like some curls and triceps, nothing serious about it. I did a little bit of high school, I did some in college, but as far as correctly, what I feel is a correct way, like bodybuilder style training, high volume style training, it's been almost 4 years. I started training this way in August or September, back in 2011, but I was still going to school at the time, so it was only 2 days a week that I was training like that. The other 3 days of the week, it was only, I was barely able to get maybe like 30 to 45 minutes in at the gym, because that was the only free time I had all that time. But come Christmas break is when I started doing, 5 days in a row, high volume training. So that's when I feel like it really started being the day I started actually training the correct way. Well, my correct way. Paul?
Again, like you, I've been training ever since high school. I got into bodybuilding when I was over in Korea. My first tour in Korea, I met a guy named William Crenshaw who was into bodybuilding. I previously put in a package to be a United States Air Force Thunderbird and was denied because I was too fat. So
because you were too fat?
Because I was too fat, man.
Wow. What was the weight? Do you know?
Oh, man. Fat ass.
I mean, what's the weight limit for them to come in?
Really, it's not about a weight limit. It's just about an image to represent the military, represent the Air Force. So again,
you were too fat.
I was too fat.
Wow.
So I met a guy named William Crenshaw in Korea who was into bodybuilding, who took me under his wing. He showed me a lot of things. I ended up getting in shape, submitted another package, and ended up in Las Vegas, home of the United States Air Force Thunderbirds, where I did 5 years with the team. And then while I was there, I met Jay Cutler and also
let me stop you real quick. Random little thing. I met Jay Cutler too. Is it just me? You shook his hand, right?
Yep.
Man, this is gonna sound so gay, but does he or does not have the softest hands
That
ever?
motherfucker got some.
The softest hands ever. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. Somebody tell Jay, you need to let us know how you keep them goddamn hands on soft.
It felt softer than my girlfriend's hands. And I'm like, jeez. You know what I mean? It felt this like
grabbing bars of Dove soap.
Yeah, yes. It was just the softest thing ever. But anyway, back on track.
I met Phil Heath and Jay Cutler while I was in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Jay Cutler is a real good friend with a guy that I worked with in Vegas. And then when my bodybuilding took off and when I really got serious about bodybuilding was when I arrived in Fort Worth, Texas.
Okay.
Which, Ronnie used to work out at Metro Flex in Fort Worth. I met Ronnie Coleman.
Was it Fort Worth?
Yep.
I know we did the Arlington one for sure.
Yep. He was in. He used to come to Metro Flex Fort Worth with his best friend Gus Carter, and I met them, and I pretty much fell in love with the sport of bodybuilding a little bit and became a little bit more dedicated to the sport, and stayed a little bit more focused because I had the opportunity to lift with an 8-time Olympia, and I wasn't being charged. It was just running, seeing a fan, or a strong fan, and pretty much taking him under his wing, and Gus Carter also taking me under their wing and helping me get ready for my first show, which was Dallas Europa, which was my first show, and I took 2nd place.
All right. Do you have any pictures or anything by any chance? I can throw up on the screen.
Yeah. If you go to Dallas Europa, when did I deploy? In 2013.
Man, I can't even tell you.
So in 2013, when I was actually settled, I didn't have a lot of things going on in my life. I did the Dallas Europa.
Okay.
So you can find pictures there.
All right. What was it like living in Vegas?
Man.
Off camera stuff.
I'm married now, and I'm living the good life with my lovely wife. We've been married for over a year now. But since it's the old stuff, Vegas was like my nickname is. I was an animal.
Is that how you got the name?
No, but I lived up to the name.
Man.
Let's see.
Go to the next question.
No, we gotta answer this one.
Oh yeah.
Let's answer this one.
Is that all the questions from the same dude?
Yep.
Okay, let's finish out his questions.
All right, All right. Was Chris ever your motivation?
At one point, yes. Still kind of is. I mean, I can't deny it, you know. Yeah, I think at one point he's everyone's motivation, you know. He's been working out at the time when I met him, I believe 7 years, and he had the look that I wanted. So yeah, I mean, he was my motivation to get to look like him. I'm still trying to do that, by the way. Yeah, I guess that's about it. Sums it up.
Oh, was Chris a motivation for me? Not quite a motivation, but I
Yeah,
did like
you were already big by the time we met you.
Yeah, but what I did like was that beat shit. When I look at the videos, I saw that beat shit. Yeah, I wanted to do that shit. That's the shit I wanted to do. That was the
Man.
motivation for me. I wanted to be style.
Honestly, I think before you deployed, there was this one kid, everybody called him Black Vince. We were gonna do a little beast mode transformation. We're gonna have you go beast mode in the video. He wears glasses. He looked kind of similar to you. We're gonna at the time he was real skinny, right? So we're gonna have him go beast mode and turn into you.
Oh damn.
Yeah, we never got to do it though because I guess he just took off or whatever. But it would have been a good video though.
Yep. Yep.
Is that all his questions on that?
Yep. Yep.
This one's from Monica Diaz. Here's a few. How long have you been lifting? Okay, never mind. We answered that one. Any plans? This is for you, Paul. Any plans to be a regular on Vince's channel once you get back from Korea?
Hopefully so. I mean,
Yeah, I hope so too. You get back in March, right?
March.
March. So be on the lookout. After March, come March, a little after March, you're going to see Paul on here a lot more often. Hopefully.
Yeah. I should be doing a show in March as well.
What show are you doing?
I haven't looked at an exact schedule to see what will be around that time frame. But again, hopefully I'll find something when those schedules are released for shows and what league I want to compete in, as far as where I want to go, and then I'll go from there.
Okay. Her last question is, and for Vince, what are your plans to stay big while getting cut? Well, I mean, my plan is to maintain as much muscle as I can while dieting. I've been dieting for a while. I started back in November, but then I didn't realize, I started on my birthday. I didn't realize Thanksgiving was there, Christmas was there, New Year's was there, and so I ended up overeating. So my diet didn't start until, let's say, February 14th, I believe, 14th, 15th. That's when it officially started again. And from there, I've been taking a slow diet, trying to lose like 1 to 2 pounds a week. If I don't lose weight, I mean, I know I gotta lower my calories and stuff. So I'm trying to maintain as much muscle as I can while doing a slow diet. I mean, summer's over already, you know? There's no real reason to be super shredded already. So I'm hoping that by the end of this year, it'll be somewhat done. I hope by November to be done. This year, November, for my birthday actually. November 15th, by the way. I'll be turning 27.
Uh-oh.
I'm getting old. You got a question?
Gomez D96. Best way to make some chest gains. Well, I think first off, I think it's genetics. Genetics for the overall picture plays a big key part in any specific muscle.
Yeah.
I myself, I naturally have a big chest. I mean, that's genetics. But I think we talked maybe a week ago about progressive training.
Yeah.
And knowing repetitions and what you're working out with. To gain size in any body part, you need to know what you're working out with. A lot of people waste time. They go in the gym and they'll grab weight for an exercise that they just actually can't, it's either too heavy or it's too light. So again, that's a wasted set that they just did, and then they'll grab weight that's too light the next set, and then that's another wasted set. So now you just wasted 2 sets with weight that has done nothing for you because you didn't either fulfill your reps, or you got too many reps because it was too light, so you didn't put any demand on the muscle. So what I would do is when you get ready to do PRs, whenever you want to max out, go get you a chart, get that chart, write all your maxes down, and then go and do a percentage for those maxes. That way, next time you go work out, when you're getting ready to start, you know what's the lightweight for you. When you get ready to go to heavyweight, you know what's a heavyweight for you. That way you can complete a successful set instead of wasting time and energy on a set. And then I'm sure 9 times out of 10, you will start to see progression in any lagging body part that you have, unless your genes just don't want you to grow as fast as you like in that body part, that specific muscle group.
One thing I want to elaborate on that, it's also the mind-muscle connection.
Yep.
I mean, they can do all this crazy way, they can do everything you said, but if they don't have that mind-muscle connection, then, I mean, you're not really going to make any gains on that.
Very true.
So, you know, practice on your form. Feel the muscle being worked. A lot of people, let's say dumbbell bench, I see a lot of people go like this and go up with it. Try bringing your elbows in a little bit and push it up. Find out what works best for you.
Spotting.
Don't
be afraid to ask for a spot.
Yeah.
I have to fuss at this guy a lot because when it comes to heavyweight, he's very independent. He's very independent.
I like to feel like I got it up all on my own.
I understand.
And you know, I won't always have a spot and stuff. So sometimes I feel like, well, if it's too heavy, then I'm not gonna go super, super heavy. I'm gonna still try and progress on it, but I'm gonna try and keep it within my reach, basically.
And when we speak of terms of progressing, with what we're saying is you want to cause something that makes the body adapt. The body's going to take care of itself regardless of what you do, what you try to do. So if whatever you do to make it adapt or cause it to adapt, your body's going to make a change. So always think about adapting, causing the body to adapt.
Oh, one more thing about it though. There are, easily 30 different chest exercises out there. Try different stuff out. If dumbbell bench isn't working, go to flat bench. If flat bench isn't working, try throwing in some hammer strength stuff, some machines, some cables. There's plenty of different exercises out there for you to try out. Find one that works best for you. People hate on it a whole bunch, but I actually love cables. I feel like I get the best squeeze on it. I felt like that they built up my chest the most. But you know, like I said, find something that works good for you. But you know what's going on here? We always spend too much time on this one. Let's see. What is muscle confusion? Can I just do the same old bench, rack pulls, and leg presses and assistance work with 3 by 6 to 10s or something twice a week, or just make muscle gains? Or do I need to replace the bench with dumbbells or row instead of rack pulls, etc. every 3 months or so? So basically, what is muscle confusion?
Just like confusing yourself, doing something that you're not used to or in a different environment. So I would take muscle confusion, or I know muscle confusion, as just giving the muscle something that it's not used to, giving it something different. So
do you believe in muscle confusion?
Yes.
Okay. Me, I'm kind of back and forth on it. I do believe in it, but at the same time I don't, because I feel like I've been doing the same routine for a long time, but it's a routine I like. Every now and then I'll add a new exercise into it and just build up to it, but I felt like I've been making real good gains doing the same thing over and over. Changing it up a little bit, it is different. It's not bad. If I change it up to confuse the muscle, like say back day, right? As of right now, I'm doing a lot of pull downs to widen the back. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of rows to help thicken the back after that.
Bent over rows?
Yeah, bent over rows, all this stuff. That's how I personally confuse the muscles. Say go 8 to 12 weeks doing upper chest first. The next 8 to 12 weeks, I'll do lower chest first. Not lower chest, mid chest first.
JB04 asked, I think she's asking, after having ankle surgery, the injured leg is now much smaller than the other. Any suggestion on building this leg back up? Swole nerd.
Personally, what I would do is, I mean, depending on how much it hurts, of course you got to start small. What leg did you say was injured?
She didn't say. She just said the leg is smaller.
Okay, let's just say your right leg is your big leg. The one that's not surgery, but whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. But let's say your right leg is your good leg, and it's still strong. Let's say you can do, I don't know, 170 on leg extension, right? But on your left leg, you can only do, 60 pounds or something? I say throw in a couple extra reps on it. Try to make it grow, even though your right leg is still strong. Do what's heavy for your left leg, but just do a couple more reps on it. Like I believe it's my right arm. My right arm is bigger than my left arm, so I try and throw in a couple extra reps. That way we can try and catch up. But Paul, I think we spoke about this earlier. You have a different way on this.
Yeah. Me personally, I would fall back on the stronger leg. I wouldn't, increase the weight on that one. I just try to keep and continue that leg to be in shape. Do whatever it is that you were doing to hold that progress on that leg. And then on the other leg, that's the leg that I would focus more on and give it more reps and a little bit more heavy weight until you can progress up to where you're doing the same thing as the other leg. You don't want to continue to work the strong leg just as much as you normally are in the other time where you're trying to get that one to still grow, because now it's like a race. Your right leg is continuing to grow and this leg is still trying to grow and it's trying to meet at the same point, but how are you going to ever meet at the same point when you're steady giving this leg gas and this one over here is pretty much running on fumes? So you want to give this one just enough gas to keep going where it's at and stay there, and give this one more. That way its progress continues to get where you're trying to get it to get to.
Okay. There's a question from Celestra Morrison. If you could travel to any country in the world, where would you go? I'd like to go to Australia. I've been to UK, I've been to Germany, I've been to a few places in the US. Of course, like a type of Caribbean place, like Caribbean, something tropical. I'd like to go to that. Nothing specific as of right now, but I definitely want to visit Australia sometime. Paul, I know you're Air Force, so where haven't you been?
Well, shoot, man. Out of all the places I've been, after being around the world twice, I think I'd like to stay in Dubai. Dubai's
really Dubai?
Yes. I think that's a beautiful place to reside. I wouldn't mind being there. I have a lot of friends that are there, and they speak very highly of it. So I think it'll be a wonderful place to live for a little while.
What's it like living there?
I've only visited, man. I can't say.
Okay, well, what was it like visiting?
It was very entertaining. It was a little bit expensive, but you got to think when you're there, your cost of living pretty much matches the cost of living for where you're at. So I think the budgeting wise was a little bit different. But again, I had friends that were there, which made it easier and also made it a little bit fun on the expense side of it, because they could take care of everything, and I didn't have to buy like a hotel or anything like that.
Okay. Did you learn any language?
No, I didn't learn anything new.
Well, what about that big old building? I think it's the world's tallest building.
I didn't go, man. I honestly only went for work and to visit a friend. So it was just a few days stay.
Okay. The next part of her question was, what's your guys' favorite part of your training days? Basically, what's your favorite training day?
If you get to learn, if you reach out and you look on my Facebook and get to know me personally.
I'm going to say chest.
Chest? No, I enjoy every day. But like I said, you get to know me personally. Every day's a good day because I'm always in there having fun. So I enjoy it all the time. There's not a specific day that I'm looking forward to.
Well, for me, it's a little bit different. I love shoulder day. Shoulder day is my favorite day. Delt day. I don't know, something about going under the shoulder press and trying to get that higher and higher.
Are you trying to kill yourself? Suicide.
Yeah. I mean, of course, I've never cared to be strong, but it's cool seeing the numbers go up. Just, I have a lot of big dudes tell me, like, hey, man, that's a lot of weight, and they get under it and they can only do like a plate or something. It makes me feel pretty good. Here's a quick one from Bruce Dennis. Vince, when are you going to start selling t-shirts? I have those coming very soon. They should be getting made within this week or next week, depending on when this video comes out. What was it, like a real light shirt coming out? Those are going to be mainly for the women. I have some men's performance shirts coming out. For the women, I'm going to have racerback tanks. I have a picture on the screen for y'all. So, be sure and check the website.
What are some cheap quality meals bulking on a budget? That's from J. Ramirez, 1989.
You ready for this answer? You ready for it?
Go ahead, buddy.
McDonald's. dollar cheeseburgers.
Me personally, on cheap quality meals, man, everybody is different. So when you say quality, I mean, quality is different to everybody. Everybody reacts differently to each thing that they eat. I might be able to eat chicken and react one way to it. Vince may be able to eat chicken and see a different result in it. So I can't give. I'm not gonna give you a specific great quality food for you to eat. I mean, you just have to get out there and figure out what it is for you. It's just the same as supplements. I think we talked about supplements just a few days ago as well. When it comes to supplements, you have to find the supplements that work best for you. Because I might take Walmart protein and be fine with it. Vince might take Walmart protein and have BGs all day, boo-booing, poo-pooing, whatever you name it. You know what I'm saying? And also with some pre-workouts. I believe it was Jack 3D just a few years ago. Everybody had this high hype about Jack 3D and how good it was. And I went and took that shit, man. And bro, Vince, when I tell you, I was on some messed up shit. That Jack 3D had me on some depressing shit. I was crying and shit after I got through working out. That crash was horrible. But that's Jack 3D. That's something that I can't
Was
take.
that the original formula?
That was the original formula.
I've always heard of it. I've never tried it.
That Jack 3D messed me up, man. I thought I was a little bitch for a few times coming out of the gym.
Dude, I took I think it's the NO Explode. I believe that's what it's called, right? And when I work out, my left arm gets super pumped for some reason. It always gets super pumped. So whenever I took this stuff, I couldn't even grip anything. It was back day, so I'm trying to do pull downs, right? And it's like I can't grip it. So it was the worst day ever. I was like, just forget it. Just call it a day. I mean, I can't do anything, you know? One day I took some hide. There's actually, I believe there's an old video on this. I can't remember the name of it, but the old video. I took some hide and man, that stuff it's filled with caffeine. I couldn't do it. Felt like I was dying. I had to sit down. I had to eat. It was horrible. That's why when it comes to pre-workout, I don't take very much. I know a lot of people kind of make fun of this and stuff, but I take just enough for me. You know, I'm very caffeine sensitive. I don't drink Cokes. I don't eat a lot of stuff that has caffeine with it. Like tea, I drink unsweet tea. Had to restart the camera real quick. The last thing I said was what?
Caffeine?
Yeah, caffeine sensitive. But yeah, Paul?
Brandon Chow asked, which macro is most important during a lean bulk? Man, they're your macros. You can't say which one is more important. All of them are important. You need each one of them have a specific job that helps you. I mean, you want to be lean, but you want to take out your carbs, lower your carbs. Well, I mean, your carbs are your energy.
Yeah.
So you don't want to cut back on your carbs, and now you're losing your energy. I mean, you're gonna get energy from your fats as well, but you still want to get your fats in, so you're not burning anything else just to have energy. And your proteins are what's used to rebuild as well. So I mean, all of those are going to be very important. So I wouldn't say what's a specific macro that's the most important out of all your macros. You still need to get those macros.
From Frederick Rye Scove, how do I break a pull-up plateau?
Pull-up plateaus.
Pull-up plateau.
Pull-up plateaus. Man, that's the easiest one out of all of them. A lot of people just go in the gym and just don't ask for assistance or try to find something to assist them with doing the exercise so they can get past a plateau. Mm-hmm. So what I would do is I would go in, and today, if I could only do one, I'd hit one today. Tomorrow when I go to the gym, I'm going to jump back on it and I'm going to try to do 2. And if I can't get past 2, I'm going to ask somebody to help me till I get past 2. Again, it all goes back to adapting.
Keep in mind, nowadays most gyms have the little assisted pull-up thing. Yep. So you can work your way from the bottom to the top. A friend of mine, a client as well, he couldn't do no pull-ups. So we had to get the stack and put it at the very, very bottom basically until we can get at least half of one in. So we had to work with them and stuff. So over the course of a couple of weeks, he started going higher and higher and higher on it to where now, I believe he can do between 5 and 10 without no assistance. So it just takes time. You got to build up on it.
This is a crazy one. I don't know. Daraj P. Deruvic whatever. I might be retarded and just can't spell, or maybe just be something crazy up there. How do you keep your waist so small?
Genetics, basically. Yeah, I don't have a small waist.
Me, I'm small waist. Everybody's body is structured a certain way when it comes to waist size. What people fail to realize is it's not the waist being smaller, it's the upper torso being so much bigger. So if you look at Kai Green and you look at his back is massive. He's a massive human being. So since he's so big, it makes his waist look so much smaller.
Although there is one thing that's going around, it's pretty popular now.
Corset?
A corset, the waist training thing.
Oh,
you can
God.
smash all your insides together.
Smash your insides up. Train your body, man. No, I wouldn't recommend that. Just to make your waist look smaller, to create the illusion or illusion. I mean, I'm crazy on that word. I get it mixed up a little bit. But to create that, man, you just got to get a little bit bigger. Widen your back. Find exercises that work best for you to widen that back. I mean,
build up your delts, your V-taper and stuff.
Yep. I mean, I remember back in the days looking at Chris and looking at his waist, man. That boy has a big back. But again, that's looking from a certain angle and looking at an image.
Yeah. This one's from Carlos. Should I be taking BCAs? I've been working out consistently for about 5 months. Or how do BCAs work? Is it only for people who already have enough muscle mass and they try to not lose it? I'll let you handle this one.
BCAs, basic chain of amino acids. Yes, man. I wouldn't recommend a person not take BCAs. You know, just because they're not massive. BCAs help rebuild what you pretty much taken down and helping with recovery. So everybody needs BCAs, and also the BCAs are amino acid that you don't get from your everyday food source when you're eating. So whatever you may be missing nutrient wise, you can still get it when you have your vitamins that you take, your multivitamins, and also when you drink your BCAs.
Yeah, this is gonna be an easy one. From Staff Service, I think I said it right. Dirty or clean bulk? What do you do?
Oh man, I enjoy life.
Yeah, so, I enjoy it too.
I try my best to stick to clean bulk for a little while, but it's kind of difficult with the things that I have going on. Again, trying to have a clean bulk, and then at the same time, let's admit it, clean bulking gets old and boring.
Yep.
So I mean, if I don't have an exact goal for a show, say within a few months, I'm gonna enjoy it till I reach a certain point where I know it's time to get serious. I'm not finna not enjoy my life and enjoy the great foods that there are out there to eat just because I want to have this figure to look good in front of everybody. I'm married now. I mean, I don't think my wife's gonna get rid of me because I became a chunky monkey or a fat ass again.
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't love dirty bulking? You know, I mean, I love it. But this time I think I'm gonna go with the clean. But I think this time I'm gonna go with the clean bulk. It got out of hand last time. Stomach was too big. I couldn't even put on my shoes like this. I had to I had to throw my leg to the side of my knee and put it on like I've never had to do that before. So it is different, you know. I couldn't bend over. I was fat.
He was fat.
Dude, I was fat.
Fat Vince.
Yeah, that was a real fat Vince. I haven't shared the before and after, but all before and I haven't shared all before and after pictures I have yet. They'll be coming up soon. But the front was bad, but the back looked even worse. I had the little flaps on where my lats should be. I had these big old fat flaps. Dude, it was nasty, real nasty. So, as far as dirty or clean bulking goes, I'm gonna attempt a clean bulk this time. I'm not gonna try and get super crazy with it, but if I want to have a cheat meal or just eat bad, I'm not gonna deny it, basically.
See, I think I got maybe 1 or 2 more questions.
You know, yeah, this is a long video already, so let's go ahead and wrap it up. We do 2 to 3 more questions. That's it.
Alright. From Build Muscle, Get Confidence. Where do you plan to take your channel? What do you have planned for the future? And glad to see you back in the game, Vince.
All right, thank you, man. Thank you.
Where do you plan to take your channel?
Where do I plan on taking the channel? Well, The way it's going, I have it set up a few different ways right now. I have, by now, hopefully 2 motivation videos up on it. I did the back video. I'm actually teaching Paul how to edit. He's going to be a part of the channel a little bit. And he edited the chest motivation video, so if it's not out yet, it will be out very soon. So, you know, let him know how he did on it. You know, I'm trying to teach him a little bit about angles, a little bit about editing and all that.
No trolling.
No trolling. We actually did a little skit. I'm not going to say what it is yet because I still got to work on it. You know, so my channel is basically going to be a little bit of a motivation type of videos, a couple skit type of videos. I guess the occasional Q&A. I did a video the other day of me posing with what was it, NGA Masters Pro. I learned a little bit from him, so I did a little interview on him as well. I have 2 little mini-series that's coming. I don't want to go into detail about these yet, just not until they start coming out, and then so you can see for yourself what it is. Like I said, the skits, the motivations, interviews, Q&As. Yeah, I think it's gonna be about it for my channel. As far as actual training video goes, so what was his next question?
Next question. What do you have planned for the future?
Introducing y'all to new people. I want to help those who help me out, basically. You know, if someone wants to help me grow, I'm going to help them grow. My way of giving back, basically. More meetup videos, by the way. I saw a question on, I think it was my fan page. I can't remember exactly. It was people asked when is the next meetup going to be. It's going to be in San Antonio. As far as when, let's see, it'll probably be sometime in October. I can't say when for October exactly. I have a couple collabs coming up. I'm going to be collabing with Big J again. I'm going to be meeting with, man, I can't even remember. I believe, man, I can't even remember right now. I have it all written down on my calendar. I'm going to be meeting with someone the first week of October, the second week of October, the third week of October. So October is going to be a very busy month for me. I'm going to try and get the next meetup in October, which should be in San Antonio. I can't give a specific date exactly yet. Well, I'll actually be in Miami in November for Nationals, a bodybuilding competition. So if you're there, you know, go ahead and try and come by or something. You know, I'll try and set up a little meetup as well. But yeah, I think it sums it up. I think it about sums it up. Be on the lookout for a lot of good videos, by the way. One from Paul coming soon, if it's not up already. A few more from me, especially the skit video. It was our very first skit video, so it's, you know, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different.
Just having fun.
Yeah, just having fun. Hopefully, we're gonna do a little mini series on this. Hopefully, it takes off. Hopefully, it doesn't. If you like it, I really hope you share the video. Maybe it can turn into something great. I have a lot of ideas planned for it, but yeah. So you know, just a lot of good stuff coming for y'all. Yeah.
Boobies.
What?
And boobies. Everybody likes boobies. Positive. Boobies.
Man. With that being said, I'm Vince G, the Swole Nerd, staying awkward and keeping it chill.